Good morning. Today is Thursday, January 8th, and I am excited. Today is the last day for me at CES. They still have something going on tomorrow, but for me, today is the last day. And it is right now 7:20 something, I think. So I did get here super early this morning. I don't start until 9:45, so 2.5 hours early this morning. But the reason why is because this morning I want to try to go to that booth that I saw yesterday and see if I can get a massage in the massage chair, try that massage chair out. And the show floor opens at 9. And I want to be in my post area. I want to be in my post area between 9:15 and 9:20, so that I could sit down and relax. And then we start at 9:45, and then before that, I want to go relax, get a massage. If I need to use the restroom, do all that stuff. And so, oh, look, the Vegas loop is not running this morning. I wonder what time that starts. So whatever time that starts, that's when I'm going over there. But it's not running right now. Okay. All right, let me pause and check and see what time the Vegas loop starts, because that's going to dictate. I mean, I could walk over there, but I'm kind of lazy. Just kidding, it's running. I was like, wait a minute, it says 7 o'clock, but I didn't see any Teslas over there. But I see the Teslas pulling in now. So anyway, starts at 7. It's already past 7, so I'm good to go. Oh, I need to get my hair done. So I had to order the hair because it's hard to find locally. And so as soon as the hair arrives and I know that I have it, then I will reach out to Carla, my hairstylist, and see if she has an earlier appointment than February 6th, because I would rather I love not having to deal with my hair. And, I'll deal with it for the upcoming shows if I take my hair down. But I would rather just get it done sooner rather than wait till February 6th. The reason why I booked it February 6th is a combination of the fact that I was working and I needed to make sure I had a full day to take off. And then on top of that, she books up well in advance. And so it's really hard to get that long appointment from like 9 to 2, 9 to 3 on her scheduling app. So anyway, let me pause there. I need some water and a Ricola. Ricola! Yes, the other thing I was going to say is that I did try to look up the Vegas Loop driver situation. And there are more requirements. Like, it's not just a driver's license. They also do a drug check. A drug check, and they also check for marijuana. And it all makes sense because it's a driving position as well. And then I think the pay rate, I'm not sure if I saw 2 things so I'm not sure how much it is, but it looks like it's either $17 an hour or $24 an hour. But anyway, it's not something that would be for me, because that would just drive me crazy, driving around the same tunnel, all day. But for those of you who want to get something, and then the other thing I wanted to add, hold on, let me check. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to add is, remember what I was saying about black events that I've seen kind of just online and haven't been to, but a lot of them are at the level of like vendor tables, like 8-foot vendor tables or 6-foot vendor tables, or 10 by 10 type booths with pipe and drape. Maybe if I were to go to Essence Festival, I would see bigger types of activations. Like I have seen Black Girl Vitamins in their booth, but I just wanted to add that when I was looking online, I did see that there's a whole area here somewhere at CES, I don't know which hall or hotel, where they have pipe and drape booths too. And when I say pipe and drape, I'm talking about those booths that have the black curtain usually behind it, and then there's kind of a table and chairs in the front. So somewhere they have that. But as you can see, when you look, just Google CES, and you'll see like the level, and I'm not saying it as a knock, because I just not only have I done a lot of community events, all the events that I've done in the community have been tables, you know, and so I don't want to knock that at all. And even having had my own business, we have a vendor table. So I'm not sure, I'm not sure, because we're on hiatus right now. But yeah, 8-foot vendor table. We have 8-foot, 4-foot, and 6-foot. And so anyways, I'm not knocking vendor tables per se, but what I'm saying is that I just want to see more of us at this level of, like, you know, these incredible boosts. I don't know how many millions of dollars people spend or companies spend on these boosts, but it's incredible. Anyway, it's weird because I'm really not seeing that many people over at the Tesla station. But I do see Teslas pulling up. Very few, though. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is that I am so glad that today is my last day. What I love about events, and I love about being a project manager and doing projects, is that there's a beginning and an end. So there's an anticipation and a ramp of getting excited and planning and doing all the things. Timeline, then it's over, and then you move on to something else. Sometimes there's new people, sometimes a new environment, new situation, and I love that. I enjoy that kind of variety. So I'm looking forward to today being my last day and moving on with life. Let me see if I have anything else on my list that I want to talk about, because it is right now 7:40, so I still have 20 minutes. So let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about, or if I want to just do some stuff on my to-do list. Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to talk about is that what I enjoy and what I often listen to is stuff on YouTube as I'm driving around. And, you know, there is a lot of YouTube content where I think people are using AI to create content and saying, like, Oprah created it, or Maya Angelou, or Denzel Washington, which we know is not true. It's like faking their voice and creating AI content probably. But anyway, this morning, and I like to see what comes up in my algorithm, because I a lot of times believe that the universe talks to me through my algorithms, and gives me God winks, synchronicities, all that stuff. And so what I would say is, this morning there was a video that was talking about striving and peace and all the things. And so I can't play it and record video at the same time because I only am using this one phone. But I'm gonna hopefully remember to put a link in the YouTube description, because I would love for any of you to take a listen to it, because it's talking about peace and striving and all the things, and happiness. And yesterday I started talking a little bit about hard work. I'm not sure that I'm ready to really dive into that topic today and what I was trying to say about it. But, you know, once you start really calming your life down and trust and believe that what I've been through, I have had a this is the RICO law. I have had a super chaotic life, so much so that I have had breakdowns and all kinds of things. And so but once you start finding peace, it's an incredible feeling. And once you stop running around and, you know, you have stillness in your life, it's amazing. Like, I see this lady running trying to get out of the rain, you know. But once you start feeling that peace, you will protect it. Well, I don't know what you would do, but I protect it at all costs, because it's an incredible feeling, and it's a huge difference between running around, being adrenalized and stressed out, versus being calm and peaceful. I love being calm and peaceful. And I may have said it already, or I think I was trying to say it yesterday. It's like, you know, you do you. But I like to take my time and be early. And as long as your lateness is not affecting me, then I don't care if you're late. But if we're working together and we're supposed to be somewhere and you're late and that's affecting me, or all of a sudden I gotta rush to do something because you're late, I don't really like that. But otherwise, I don't care. But if we're supposed to, like, let's say we're meeting for dinner and we agree that we're going to meet at 8 o'clock. I expect to meet at 8 o'clock. And I will probably be there at 7:30 waiting outside, and then go into the restaurant at 7:45 or 7:55. And as long as you're there by 8, that's fine. But if you're late and then I got to be rushed, that's when it's annoying. So when I'm talking about how I manage my time, it's not an indictment against anybody for how they manage their time, as long as their time management is not affecting me. But if your time management is affecting me, and all of a sudden you expect me to be urgent because your ass is running behind, man, fuck that. I am not cool with that at all. Anyway, let me see what else is on my to-do list. And let's see what time it is. 7:44. So yeah, let me do some responses to messages and stuff like that, and then go ahead and go inside. Oh my God. Okay, hopefully I remember to do this, but I didn't watch the whole video just yet, because I'm just trying to get myself ready to go pretty soon. But it's called CLOiD, and it's by LG Electronics, the robot that I was talking about. And so hopefully I remember to put a link in the YouTube description about this robot. Oh my God, it is super cool. But like I said, I'm not sure about the whole, iRobot takeover. Like, will the robot start doing some rogue shit? So anyway, I'm going to watch the video later, but right now I'm on a whole different mission to try to go get my massage. But it's called CLOiD, CLOiD, by LG Electronics. And like I said, I'll try to put the link in the YouTube description. Well, this is what happens when you have the best laid plans, is there's nobody in the booth. But what's also funny is the LG booth is right here, so look. So I'm gonna see if they'll let me in there. Maybe not. Looks like they have security. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna just go sit down. Oh, maybe they will. Can I go in here? Huh?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. All right, thank you. It's 8 o'clock, so I will go and sit down and do something else. Look at this video wall. This is what I mean compared to pipe and drape. And then let me just compare. Look, Panasonic, just like LG, they like put like whole mini buildings in here. Incredible. Increíble, as my drum teacher Perdomo used to say. So I don't know if you can hear me or not, and I forgot my bigger headphones today. But this morning, remember I had the whole situation with the lavalier, right, and the microphones. And so, oh no, this guy's going to be talking behind me doing sound check. So forget it. I'll talk about it later. But let me just show you two things because it's going to be relevant to my storytelling later. And let's just be clear, I'm in the creator space that I've been working in all week. Same, see that dream? We got to talk about that too. But yeah, I'm in the same booth I've been working in all week, the creator space. Okay? It's going to be relevant to my story later. The Rode and the Shure booth regarding the lavalier mic. I never even heard of Rode or Shure until this morning. And that's going to be a whole story. God is good. I also realized I needed to clean my camera lenses on both sides of my phone. So hopefully my pictures and videos come out better today. It's 9:04, getting a lot of stuff done while I'm just sitting here relaxing. It's very nice and quiet in here right now. Show floor just opened. And everybody is coming in. And even some people haven't gotten to their booth yet. Yesterday, this guy said that people start coming later and later because they're partying at night. But anyway, what was I gonna say? It was something. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out is that as I was riding the Tesla this morning to get from West Hall to Central Hall, man, the thing is what is amazing to me is how much people take advantage of the opportunity to get your eyeballs on something and market. And so it was incredible that on all the Tesla screens, NVIDIA, I think that's how you pronounce it, probably paid a grip to sponsor the screens on all the Teslas. I mean, the amount of things that people do to get your subconscious mind going on their products is incredible. Like it always just amazes me from all the work that people do on branding and everything else. And so the other thing I wanted to talk about or point out is that event marketer just posted a post, and hopefully I'll be able to download and include the video, because I'm definitely not going to make it over to any of the hotels where there's other activations. But man, I think Aria might be where they're doing all the C-suite stuff, but I'm not sure. But you should see some of the videos and pictures of the activations that they have over at Aria. I mean, it's just incredible the amount of money that people and beauty, just the beauty that people put into building all this for a freaking 3 or 4 day. I mean, I guess it turns out to be a week once you add media day and all that, but the amount of effort and everything that people do to basically build all this stuff is phenomenal. I'm always just so impressed with it. The other thing I just noticed is that I'm starting to get gray hairs in my nose, so I gotta be careful when I'm vlogging to make sure my shit is straight. Alright, peace out. I hope that I'll be able to put these videos on YouTube, because I don't know, they're playing music in the background, but hopefully they're not playing music that's gonna get me copyright stricken. I mean, everybody's filming in here, so hopefully that's not an issue. But the other thing is, right now they're playing, like, it sounds like salsa music or something. And anytime I hear, I guess Hispanic or Latinx, I'm not sure what's the right way to say it, but anytime I hear that music, anytime like I scroll past the radio stations and I hit the Hispanic station, man, I always want some tableside guacamole, salsa and chips and fajitas. Anyway, the other thing I want to say is what's also super cool, besides the fact that I'm getting so much stuff done off my to-do list, and that's why I have everything on my phone so that I can just keep rolling wherever I am. But the other beautiful thing is it's 9:13. My shift doesn't start until 9:45, but the session doesn't start until 10:30. But the thing is that there's going to be back-to-back sessions all morning, and so thankfully they've got another lady to help us, so we'll be able to break each other and not have to be standing, because they have sessions going from all the way from 10:30 this morning to looks like 1 o'clock. Hold on, let me put my glasses on because I can't see the sign. Oh man, I want some guacamole. Anyway, yeah, they have sessions going all the way from 10:30 to 1 o'clock. And they are, yep, they're all back to back. So we are going to be busy this morning, but thankfully I mentioned to our supervisor that we might need help. So thankfully she got us some help. And then we'll have a break for basically an hour. Oh, and the last session ends at 3:30 today instead of 4 o'clock. Let me double check that. The other beautiful thing is that if we get done early, they still clock us out at the original time. So that's like extra money. Yep, the board is right. We get off at 3:30, which is awesome. Okay. And our area manager told us when we go and visit the booths and stuff that not to get anything, but every day my coworker is getting stuff. I won't film her, but I'll take a picture and cut her head off. She got a whole big bag of stuff. See, she got a whole bag full of stuff. The other thing I want to say is that I'm also on my Instagram. If I see some cool stuff, I'm reposting it. So you can always go back, you know, if you catch this on YouTube later, you can always go to my Instagram and look around the, you know, January time frame and see what I reposted related to CES. So I call myself saving money, right? But then I decided that I was hungry. So I didn't stop at Starbucks this morning, which is fine. But I got something here at the convention center, and it's a yogurt parfait, $13. Crazy. I'm trying to film it and I didn't turn the camera around. I mean, it's a decent sized parfait, but damn. It's almost over.
So is BP planning to build anything about asset management? Actually, right now, you can go to
big tech, and then a few years ago, I just decided I wanted to chase my own dreams and do this full time.
So I've been here across from this booth this whole time, and look at this shit. Now I'll turn the camera around. It's like a whole freaking building in here. Like a whole retail store. Now I'm in the Panasonic booth. I think this is Panasonic. Oh no. No, this is Chang Hong. Chang Hong. Now, it's a damn shame that out of all the walking everybody has to do, that they don't have chairs down here. They do it on purpose because they want people out on the floor, not sitting down, but goddamn. Weirdest question I got today is someone asking me more than once, like came over, asked me where the sex robots are, and I said, you can check at the info booth because I don't have that information. Came back and said, did you find out where they are? I thought he was joking. Also, too, this session is packed.
Podcast studio, in the batch my content, film my 10 videos, post them to me,
Standing room only. So the next session, the governor is coming, Joe Lombardo, presented by YouTube. So we'll see how that goes.
Archiving, I think, is going to be a huge trend in 2026. The creators that are able to look back on content that they had 3 or 4 years ago and make it new and say, oh, this was me 3 years ago. Now I'm here, and kind of like connect the dots. Even like with journaling, like people doing more analog things to kind of combat this AI that we're experiencing. I think it's going to be a huge trend to kind of help people recenter themselves and get back to the feeling of, you know, even though I am using all of this technology, I'm a human before I'm anything else.
All right. CES is done. Thank goodness, man. We got done at 3:30 and I boned out of there. I was hurrying up because the show floor closed at 4 and I did not want to be stuck like with all the people trying to leave the hall at the same time. And then people trying to catch the loop, and then people trying to leave the parking lot and all that. I boned out. I was moving. And I'm exhausted. My back, my back and my feet are hurting, but I am standing on my feet. I decided to still do my not fettuccine. What am I saying? I still decided to do my Alfredo recipe, but this time I took a jar of pesto, and actually the pesto that I get in the jar is actually pretty good, even though I told you about Babs and Parmesan Reggiano. She used to make some bomb-ass pesto too, so from scratch. But the pesto I buy in a jar is pretty good, so I decided to mix some pesto and extra garlic into the Alfredo sauce and make it with pasta, because I've been eating it with brown rice, quinoa, and lentils. And it's been good, but I wanted something a little bit different today. So I'm making some penne rigate, which is basically ridge pasta. And I'm going to try it this way and so it just, gives some variety. There's probably more I could say, more that I want to say, but I am tired and I do not feel like I'm going to be, I don't know. I don't feel like talking right now. Actually, one thing that did come to mind is that I kind of figured out a couple things that were way too late, but people kept coming up to our booth asking where Samsung is, because our booth was sponsored by Samsung. Samsung was one of the presenting sponsors. And then Samsung had a little lounge right on the other side of the wall, but that wasn't like the main area for Samsung, so I felt kind of bad because I didn't figure out that lounge area was on the other side of the wall until towards the end. And on top of that, the main booth, I think, might have been in a whole different building, a whole different property, a whole different campus. And I felt bad for people who were all thinking they were coming over, because they need to actually improve the mobile app, because the mobile app, if you put in Samsung, it just lists all these different places, but it doesn't say main booth, so that people know when they want to go see Samsung where the main booth is. And that I think would be an improvement that they need to make, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. The other thing is that I realized kind of late in the game that a lot of people are wearing wearables. And what I mean by that is those wearable glasses where they walk up to you and you don't know that they could be potentially filming you. And I realized that, there could have been times where I should have smiled more. So I hope nobody catches me on camera with any kind of resting bitch face. But I'm glad it's over. I'm tired. I'm so glad I have a day off tomorrow. And that's it for me right now. Can't wait for dinner. I'm hungry today. I'm waiting for my pasta to get done. So the other thing is that I'm very much hoping that I'm able to see the sessions online, because all these content creators and people that were on these panels, they had a ton of great information, a ton of great suggestions for AI tools that they use and productivity tools. I mean, it was phenomenal, but it was a little bit difficult because it's like I want to get all this notated. So I hope that I'll be able to access the videos after CES and rewatch them, hopefully get a transcript and run it through AI to give me a summary of all the tools, because that would be incredible. The other thing that is truly amazing, you know what, maybe I'll save this story for tomorrow, because it was like, it's about the lavalier mics. I still want to talk about that, but I'm a little bit tired. So it's a good one. It's a good synchronicity, God wink type of situation. Like, oh my God, this is incredible. I know that when I tell it, y'all might be like, oh, well, whatever, Nicole, you just, always trying to make something mystical when it's not mystical, but this shit was mystical. And the other thing that was amazing is that I just, events and working in events and doing this particular event, I was thinking events, that's my purpose. That's what I want to do. But I didn't realize also too that maybe I really do like this vlogging thing. And how did I end up at CES in this whole content creator area, learning all this stuff and being in this environment for my first show back in events. And then on top of that, surrounded by people all filming, helping me feel more comfortable about filming and taking selfies and doing all that stuff. And then at the top of the booth, or the top of the area that we were in, was this booth called Dream. And it was just like, wow, look at this. Maybe it is my dream to do events and to be a content creator. Who knows? I never thought about being content creator as my dream, at least not consciously, but I'm thinking that maybe the universe is trying to give me some hints. So I did take some pictures and videos of that, because I did think, wow, look at that dream. That, again, I'm very much a believer that God sends me signs. Still got 3 minutes for the pasta. It was not ready yet. So yeah, dream. That's amazing. What else? I don't know. I'm tired. We had a lot of back-to-back sessions today, so it was definitely busy. And I'm so glad that we had 3 people instead of just 2 of us. Now I gotta wait for everything to heat up. My sourdough bread to cook in the air fryer, and my Alfredo sauce and pesto to heat up. The pasta is ready, nice and al dente, very well cooked. And also too, I have been going into the app and looking up the speakers and trying to catch their content and repost some of that on my Instagram. So if you go to the repost area on Instagram, whenever, if ever, you see this on YouTube, and you can look back in the January time frame and see some of the stuff that I've reposted or tried to post to my stories. And I'm trying to also download some of their content and including it, maybe including it in the recap video on YouTube. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, because it's a lot of content for me to put together from my CES experience, but this is kind of once in a lifetime type of thing. I am not going to be working events, and I don't think I'm going to be working events and have a focus on vlogging, because most of the time anyway, it just so happens that the way that this one worked out, that I could vlog and that it was totally fine, and it was not a problem. But normally the type of events that I do, especially the customer service facing roles, I would not be able to do what I'm doing. Maybe 1 or 2 pictures and that's it. But like I said, God, I don't know, it was just so aligned. So the other key takeaway, even though there was a lot of talk about AI and tools and all that stuff, is that people still want humans, and that AI is just tools. I mean, anyway, there was a lot that they said. I'm just kind of tired in summarizing, but in terms of content, people still want humans. Wow, that was phenomenal. I mean, I'm not going to say it was like the best I've ever had, but that dinner was really good. And I'm proud of myself because I was hungry and I was like, I want some pasta. And I was thinking, okay, pasta, North Italia. And then I was like, wait a minute, I already have the pesto sauce. I already have the pasta. I already have Parmesan Reggiano. I already have garlic. And I already have the chicken from the Alfredo and some mushrooms. So anyway, good night. I've already gone to bed. I fell asleep right after dinner, and that was around 5:50. And now I'm just laying here, back up again, just kind of reveling in how God has put all this together for me. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Plus, my body, I can't take a full picture of my body because I'm in my pajamas and don't have on any pants. But this has been really, really incredible. And I haven't done CES in years. And I think even when I did it years and years and years ago, I only did it one time. And so, God is good. Like Keith Lee always says, God is amazing. And then, it's just too much. So I'm back in go mode, getting some stuff done off my to-do list, and just wanted to come on to say that every day I did over 3,000 steps. I know for some people that is like silly and not a big deal, but for me, that is a big fucking deal. Almost 2 miles every day of walking. Congratulations, Nicole. Good job. Especially considering what happened at the Pretty Girls Walk event, that we haven't uploaded the video yet. Actually, we did upload it to YouTube, but I just haven't put it on the other social medias, the shorter version. That's it for now.
I facilitate convenience and comfort by orchestrating devices and spaces to manage chores, like toasting your croissant just the way you like it, clearing the dishes after meals, and keeping your day flowing smoothly. What powers motor movement are actuators, built on LG's legacy of motion innovation.
You mind taking this wet towel from me?
Sure, I'll get the laundry started. Let me show everyone what I can do.
So this is CLOiD's first big-time press conference. And I know he wants to impress everybody out there. I did remind him earlier, we are America's most reliable lineup of home appliances. So really, no matter what happens here, I know my laundry's going to come out great.
produce creative ideas for you, then it's like you're not the creator. You know what I mean? What makes you the creator is like your creative ideas. So for me, it's like I like it to help with workflow and processes. Sometimes a little bit of research. I do have to double check it, but sometimes for research. But like I don't really use it further than that because I like to keep me. You know? So yeah, creator and QE.
Archiving, I think, is going to be a huge trend in 2026. The creators that are able to look back on content that they had 3 or 4 years ago and make it new and say, oh, this is me 3 years ago. Now I'm here, and kind of like connect the dots. Even like with journaling, like people doing more analog things to kind of combat this AI that we're experiencing. I think it's going to be a huge trend to kind of help people recenter themselves and get back to the feeling of, you know, even though I am using all of this technology, I'm a human before I'm anything else.
I used to work in big tech, and then a few years ago I just decided I wanted to chase my own dreams and do this full time.
Hi, my people. We're at CES 2026. I'm so excited to be here. Let's get into the day. First, we gotta get into the outfit of the day. I love this look down. It was clean, simple, and beautiful. Okay. My very first time at CES, and I was speaking on the Creator Economy Go shopping panel with some amazing industry leaders. Here's a sneak peek.
All you have to do to get a link from me is comment either my post. I set up my automation in ManyChat. You'll get an LTK or Shopify or Amazon link, and then boom, you're out the door. It's like you have to break down the barriers of purchase, and then they will just keep coming back.
Listen, in the industry that is constantly evolving, I'm so excited that I got to partner with ManyChat to speak on this panel and attend CES. I can't wait to come back.
You actually know what you're talking about this? I do, man. Before I partnered in the She's dreamy.
We're giving this one away too?
Be the one doing all the
Now. Need one of them.
My mom, everything's done. Like this.
And providing a service to them. I think that's where it's really going to be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I say for me, I think it depends on.
Keep putting in that work. Keep putting in that work. You know why? You were almost there. You were almost there. It's going